I asked PTO to come up with a great keynote speaker for our banquet tonight, and Don Adams did not disappoint. Thank you, Don, for connecting us with such a dynamic person and Kevin Dilworth. I had the opportunity to speak with Kevin about the Winston Athletic Program the other day, and I came away knowing that he's the perfect person to deliver a message to our student athletes. Kevin is originally from Tyler, Texas, and he is a person who wears multiple hats with passion and excellence. Kevin holds a Bachelor of Arts degree in psychology from Abilene Christian University. He brings a deep understanding of human behavior and motivation to his roles. As a motivational speaker, he captivates audiences with his compelling stories and insights, igniting a fire within them to pursue their dreams fearlessly. On the track, Kevin was a force to be reckoned with, boasting an impressive personal best of 28 feet 2 inches in the long jump. His athleticism, combined with his unwavering determination, has propelled him to success on both national and international stages, inspiring athletes everywhere. In addition to his athletic and academic achievements, Kevin serves as the strength and conditioning coach at St. Mark's of Texas, where he channels his expertise to optimize performance of athletes under his guidance. Through his coaching, he instills the values of discipline, hard work, and perseverance, shaping not only their physical abilities, but also their character. Kevin Dilworth's journey exemplifies the power of resilience, dedication, and belief in oneself. Whether he's soaring through the air in competition, motivating audiences with his words, or shaping the next generation of athletes, Kevin continues to leave an incredible mark on all who have the privilege of crossing paths with him. Please welcome Kevin Dilworth.
Today I want to channel into something with you today about diving into your destiny, but first understanding truly who you are as an individual, as an athlete. You have an authentic gift. Authentic, that means original, something that is yours. Nobody can take it from you. It belongs to you. And now it's up to you to understand it, to master it, to develop it, to make it something better than when somebody said that you had it. Now, as we dive into your destiny, what are you going to do with it? Having gifts comes with pressure. When we think of pressure, it's easy to associate it with stress, fear of failing. But if I told you that pressure is not a burden, but a gift. I got plenty of ladies in here, you love diamonds. Diamonds are created under pressure. Pressure. Can you handle the pressure? When things get tough, can you handle the pressure? When things don't go the way that you want them to go, can you handle the pressure? Or do you turn away and run in fear? Fear is something that we don't possess because God didn't give it to us. We don't have that spirit. You create that, you dwell that, you embellish that, you try to hold on to it. But understand, pressure forces us to rise to an occasion. Basketball games, you find yourself down by 2 points, and you only have 20 seconds left on the clock. Here comes the pressure. You have the ball. They apply a nice boom. They're holding you tight. They're going to apply pressure to make sure. How do you handle the pressure? Coaches, when your student athletes are not doing exactly what you want them to do, and they seem to be going in their own way, how do you handle that pressure? But here is the thing. Pressure is not reserved for the chosen few. A lot of people can't handle pressure. A lot of people don't know how to harness that and change it around to make it happen for their good. Because you can change it, but it's up to you if you want to change it. How this here throws me off. I don't like being behind a podium. I'm a walker. I'm a socialist. This here stand podium. Understand one thing when I say this, truly. All the accolades and things that you heard, fine and dandy. Suit, awesome, amazing. I was born under pressure. My mother, a heroin addict, single mother, I had to handle the pressure of Baltimore, Maryland. Pressure, games, violence. Track and field was not in existence. Olympian was not a dream. Surviving was the dream. Waking up in the morning was the dream. Making sure that my baby brother and my little sister had food on the table to eat. That was the dream. Everything else to me was just fantasy. Surviving on the streets of Baltimore day in, day out, not knowing if I'm going to sleep or eat. Here's pressure for you. Pretending that we had food when we had nothing to eat. But we made a game about eating McDonald's. Hey, how are those fries? Oh, bro, their fries are awesome. Man, drink some of this. I'm drinking water, but it's a fantastic Coke. Oh, man, handle, change the pressure. I changed the climate because I needed my brother and my sister to realize that this pressure that we're under will not last. How did I change it? Great grandparents. Oh man, my grandfather adopted me at 16. My first introduction to sports was a sophomore in high school. I didn't do sports, Little League football, Little League baseball. No, didn't happen. When I got introduced to football at John Tyler High School, 5A school, all about football, Earl Campbell, you guys who know him, went to school there. It's up on a high. So they expect big, high expectations there. I didn't know because I knew nobody. Here comes some more pressure. How do I handle being the outside guy and then also having an authentic, thick accent of Maryland at that time? I got bullied. I got pushed around. I got into a couple of fights because I didn't fit in. I didn't look alike. I didn't be a part. But I handled the pressure every day, going back and forth to my grandfather saying, what do? I want to quit. They don't like me. They don't want me here. I don't belong. I want to go back to Maryland. He wouldn't listen. So what I do, because I've been born from the streets, I snatched a little bit of money from his wallet, took a bus right back to Maryland. Hanging out in the park, doing my thing where I'm supposed to be. Here goes more pressure. You won't know it, but here it is. My best friend gets murdered 2 days right as I'm down there. Pressure. I run to my aunt's house in despair. What am I going to do? What's happening here? My grandfather, knowing this, is already on the road driving, coming from Tyler, Texas, all the way to Baltimore, Maryland, to come get me, to come save me. Pressure. He didn't have to. Brought me back. I said in my mind, I'm going to stay in here. I'm going to fight. I'm going to do what's necessary to get it done. My grandfather said, guess what, son? I believe in you. I know that you can change. I know that some things are going on. I know you got these anger issues because you don't know what's going on. But guess what? You can make it. And I know without a shadow of a doubt that you're going to touch the sky. Every single day he would tell me, hey, have you touched the sky yet? Have you touched the sky yet, Kevin? I said, no, not yet. Keep trying. Keep pushing. Every morning, he never missed a beat. Never. You can't take that kind of pressure for granted. So every day when I went to school, I trained hard. I pushed hard. And still, none of these things is the dream. Track and field wasn't the dream. Football wasn't the dream. It still was surviving. As I pushed through that, I started being an All-American in football in my sophomore year. Made it to regionals my sophomore year in track and field. Not knowing exactly what I did, jumping 24 feet, 5 inches in a long jump. Coaches are thrilled, excited. Oh my gosh, you're amazing. Keep doing this, keep pushing. And I asked them, why? Why should I keep pushing? What am I getting out of this? And you might ask yourself, what am I getting out of pushing hard at practice every day? What am I doing about getting here every day? Why am I going through all this pain, all this suffering, all this hurt? Because guess what? There is something bigger than the moment. You have to go through the moment. How do you handle the moment? And once I found out my authenticity about who I was, oh man, here you go. I'm about to run, I'm about to jump, I'm about to take off because I'm about to do something different in my lineage than nobody's ever done. I'm the first grandson and son to graduate from high school. High school. Then I graduated from college. I'm pushing this thing because it's no longer about me. It's about the people behind me. I have a 3-year-old now. Amazing, superhero. He's my guy. I show him every day. Guess what? The pressure's coming. It's coming, son. And he's like, yeah? Okay. And that's what he says, like, okay. Because he knows, because he's me. Because I make sure this stage that I'm on is going to make sure that it's set for him. I don't do this just because. I do this because I'm trying to make sure my son never goes through anything that I went through as a kid. Never. I didn't have a father. Didn't know who my daddy was. He will. He will. He is just like me. If I could go back in time and look at myself, I was like, oh my gosh, I hope I wasn't like that in Terrible 3, man. Because that boy right there is wearing me wow. But he's amazing. He's gifted. He's talented. I'm making sure that he understands his authentic gifts every single day. He does something unique every day. I'm like, dude, where you learn that from? Oh, daddy. Dude, you're amazing. Keep pushing. So I want to leave you with this. Believe, trust, own it. Believe, trust it, own it. It's yours. It's yours. Do not take it for granted. Because there is somebody in worse conditions and in a worse place than you. I tell my boys every single day at St. Mark's, and you know why we're at St. Mark's? They don't need sports. They do sports to be challenged. They want to be challenged because they're being challenged academically. So they want something that's going to challenge them physically. And when I challenge them physically, sometimes they explode, or sometimes they interrupt, or sometimes it's like, Coach, what do I do? Get in it, stay in it, trust it. You're here, you're signed up for it, this is what it is. Either you're going to get it now or don't perform at all. How you want to do it? If I sign up for football, basketball, stick with it. Coach, it's tough. I got 4 hours of sleep last night, but I got these AP classes. Coach, we got practice here. So what? Suck it up. Let's go. Pressure. Because the beautiful thing about it is, here, May 30th, I get to see 101 boys in white tuxedos who handle the pressure. Walk across that